Hi, so today we are going to talk about scale factors. We're working through our scale factor interactive notes. So the first thing we need to go over are a couple of definitions. So in order to find the scale factor of a shape, you have to know that they're similar. Um, in high school, you're going to look at how to you have to find out if they're similar based on if they have the same scale factor. But now we're telling you that they're similar, and then you need to find the scale factor. So what similar shapes are is that they are the same shape, but not necessarily the same size. So when you look down here, there's two right triangles. One is smaller, one is bigger. So they're the same shape, but they're just different sizes. And then a scale factor is basically just the simplified ratio of any pair of corresponding sides. And corresponding sides are sides that are in the same spot, but on the two different shapes. So if you notice, this side, DE, is the same as AB on this side. So they are on the same side, but just on the different shapes. So then 40 over 16, when you reduce it, it turns to 5 halves. Same thing, E and F with B and C, 25 over 10 reduces to 5 halves. And then FD and CA, 45 over 18, also reduces to 5 halves. So all of these reduce to the exact same ratio. So then that's how you know they're similar, and their scale factor is now 5 halves. So the formula and how they got those answers is through this formula of you are taking the new shape, whatever side you pick for the new shape, and you're going to divide it by the original side. So if you look at this square up top, we have the original shape, side length is 2. The new shape side length is 6. So you're going to take the new and you're dividing it by the original. So 6 divided by 2, and then that equals 3. Same thing down here. It doesn't matter which side you pick. It should all be the same. They picked 5, the side length 5 on the new, and they're dividing it by the original, the same side length, 10. So 5 divided by 10 is 1 half. You could have picked any of these. You could have picked 7 and 14, so 7 divided by 14 is 1 half. Or you could have picked 3 and then 6 on the original. 3 divided by 6 is also 1 half. So knowing that the new is divided by the original, let's see what this looks like in practice. So we are going to take a side on the new, and it doesn't matter, you can pick 10 or 6, as long as you pick the corresponding side on the original. So I'm going to pick 10. So I'm going to say 10 is my new, so I'm putting in that in my numerator, and then I'm dividing it by 5 because that is the corresponding side in the original. So 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2. So that means each of these sides, you multiply by 2, you multiply the original by 2 to get the new. So 3 times 2 is 6, 5 times 2 is 10. Because the scale factor is basically just telling you, what do you have to multiply the original by to get the new? And we multiply the original by 2. Let's look at example problem 2. So now, sometimes they have it where your new shape is actually the smaller one and your original is the larger. So that means you're going from larger to a smaller shape. So we're still doing our new divided by original. And so you can pick any side. So I'm going to pick 4 here, and then the corresponding side to 4 is 12. So the new comes first, so I'm doing 4 divided by 12. Which, when you have a fraction like this, you're just going to find what number can you divide both 4 and 12 by, which is 4. You can divide 4 by 4 and 12 divided by 4, and then you get 1/3. Because 4 divided by 4 is 1, 12 divided by 4 is 3, so 1/3. So then that means you multiply each of these numbers by 1/3 to get the new shape. So 15 times 1/3 is 5, 9 times 1/3 is 3, 12 times 1/3 is 4. Or you can look at this as division. 15 divided by 3, 9 divided by 3, 12 divided by 3. The last thing that they're going to have you do is sometimes they'll give you missing side lengths. So they'll only give you one side that has corresponding lengths, and then you have to find out the missing side lengths of the new or the original. So first we need to find the scale factor because we don't know what to multiply. So our original is the smaller shape, our new is the larger shape. So we got to pick these 12 and 3 are the only corresponding sides where you're giving both of the side lengths. So the new was 12, and then the original was 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So then now you know that all of these sides is you multiply it by 4 to get the new side lengths. So to get A, the corresponding side length is 5. So you take this 5, multiply it by 4, because that was our scale factor, and that will get you to 20. Same thing for B. The corresponding side is 4, so 4 times scale factor 4 is equal to 16. So we just did 5 times 4, got 20, and then we got 4 times 4 and got to 16. And then you'll have to do the same thing, except when you have a scale factor that's a fraction that ultimately ends up being division. So then I want you to try that on your own, see if you can do it. So that is how you find the scale factor. If you have any questions, please ask your teacher. If you need to rewind this video, please feel free to do so. And yeah, that's all you need.